Hi everyone, in today's tutorial we are going to be making this beautiful top. It has like a bustier type of feature. This is the front and it has frills as well on the bottom. It has beautiful ruffles and also tassels for the strings. And this is how it closes. It does close like this a bit on the back, but it does fit beautifully, okay? Now, if you have small size breast, you can wear without the straps, but I'm showing during the videos as well how to add the straps. If you are overseas, consider adding the straps. I just think it will hold better. Unless you don't, unless you don't care about it, or if you want to try as well, you can do all the way to this step here, and then try it on, see if you feel comfortable wearing it, okay? Otherwise, just add the straps. They're not hard to add, okay? To make this crochet top, I used around 150 grams of 8-ply cotton yarn, okay? I'm gonna leave down on the description below the cotton yarn that I used. And I used this hook here, which is 2.75 or 3 millimeters either. Won't change much, okay? So let's dive into it, and I'm gonna explain how to make this beautiful, beautiful top, guys. I think that's my favorite pattern of all times. It dresses so well. Okay, so let's get started. Now we're going to start working this top, making this part here, and we're going to work from here to here. So to do that, I'm going to start with a magic ring this way. Put the hook through, pull the second part of the yarn and twist it. Then pull it through, and after that chain 1, 2, and then double crochet 9 in the ring. So the 2 first stitches, they count as a stitch, so you're gonna have 10 double crochets to begin this top. I have 10 stitches here, and I'm going to cut this yarn and close that loop to make the second row. Now I'm going to be changing the color of the yarn every time I make a row, so I'm going to be starting the rows always on the right side of my work, and that's gonna make it look better at the end, I think. For this second row, I'm going to start in the second chain on the beginning, and I'm going to make a slip knot to pass it through. And then from here I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3. Now my very next stitch is gonna be 3 double crochets together to get that puff effect on the stitch. And then make them together, chain 1, and go to the next stitch, which is exactly the same. Now I should have 8 puff stitches at the end, or 8 3 double crochets together. And then repeat this all the way to the other side. Our last stitch here, it's gonna be a double crochet as well, okay? So for this next row, just put the hook through the third chain on the beginning, make a slip knot and pull it through, and then chain 1, 2, 3. What we're gonna do in this row here is double crochet in each stitch. I'm also hiding the tail on the beginning there. Then I'm going to double crochet in each stitch. And I should have 18 stitches at the end of this row. So repeat this all the way until you reach this side of the crochet piece. Now let's go to the fourth row. Fourth row, put the hook through that first chain on the other side. Make a slip knot and pull it through. And then chain 1, 2, 3. Now here we're going to make the 3 double crochets together again. 2, 3, chain 1. And then we are going to double crochet 1 this time in between each 3 double crochets together. And we're gonna repeat this row all the way to the end. Chain 1 and double crochet 1 into the very next stitch. Okay, so repeat this row all the way to the other side. And then to finish this row, at the end here, we're going to make 2 double crochets in this last stitch. And that's to make this part here straight. As you can see, it's straight here. Otherwise, it just goes in an angle like that. It doesn't look straight, so I made 2 stitches to finish. And then cut the yarn. Now, in this next row, I did chain 3 to start on the beginning, like all the other rows. And in this second stitch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double crochet 2 only on the beginning of this row and at the end of this row as well, just in order again to keep this part here, the bottom of it, straight. Our next row, again begin in the third chain from the beginning, or the first stitch of the row, and then chain 1, 2, 3, and then here we are going to double crochet, just make a repetition of just make a repetition of the last row we did with this off-white color. Double crochet 1 here, and then it's exactly the same row. I'm gonna be actually repeating this row throughout this pattern, so you guys know it's always the same. It's the same of this one, okay? And you're gonna work across this row all the way to the end here again. So this is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, row number 7. So row number 7 is gonna be a repetition of this row, okay? And then I'm gonna come back with you to join both pieces together and start making the rest of this top. Now, after I made both sides, what I'm going to do is join them together. And to do that, I'm going to start from here. You actually didn't even need to cut the yarn because you could have used the same one I did, so I'll have to remake the knot here. Chain 1 there. And then single crochet, 2 single crochets to each row. So 1 in the middle and 1 at the end of the row, like I'm doing here. Covering the tails so you don't have that many tails at the end. And make your stitches tight so it covers the tail as well. So one there and one in the middle, all the way until I reach the other end here, and then I'm going to join them both together. Okay, so I finished my last stitch on the bottom of the first side of the top, and now I'm going to chain 8, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But feel free to add more if you need more space here, okay? I'll chain 6 for a small and chain 10 for a large, okay? Also, if you wanna put this on top of your breast later and just see if the space is right, that's better. So just join with a single crochet to the other side, covering the tail again, and repeat the same process all the way to the other side. Now, after you join them both together, we're going to make a row right here on the top. Now, to start this next row, I already started here in that first stitch after we finished the row just before, the bottom one here. And then we're going to just repeat this row with one little difference. I'm going to double crochet 3 together like we were doing before, chain 1, and then I'm going to double crochet 2 in between instead of 1, 2, and then double crochet 3 together again. And then double crochet 2 again. So we're gonna repeat this row here all the way until we reach this point here, and here in the middle I'm going to just skip this stitch just before here, so I don't have that many stitches, okay? And let me show you here. So this is what I'm going to do here. See, this is my last stitch, and then I'm skipping this one and I'm working the stitch in the very next one, okay? Now, in this very next row, we're going to again start here on the beginning in the third chain from the beginning. Slip knot, pull through, 1, 2, 3 chains, and then in this row here, we're gonna start making less stitch. So we're gonna stitch here in the next stitch, but we're gonna skip all these chains. Remember, we made a chain after the 3 double crochets together. We're gonna skip that every time. So double crochet in both double crochets, double crochet here in the next stitch, and then skip this chain here. And then when we reach the middle here, we're going to double crochet 3 together in this part here. So we're gonna double crochet 1, 2, 3 together. But I'll come back and show that to you in a second. So once I reach this stitch here just before the middle of the top, I'm going to double crochet 1, the next one, and the other one, all together, because we need to make this a little more round each time we make a row. And then double crocheting here, and repeat the same thing again. Double crochet 1, 2, and 3 all together, and then this is the chain, we're gonna skip that. And double crochet across the same way we did before. Now, from where I finished this last row here, 24 chains to this side, okay? Now, if you're making a large, 28. If you're making a small, you make 20. So 20, 24, 28. And this goes for, like, my, underneath my bra, I have 34 inches. So if you have 30, 32, make 20. If you have 36, make 28, okay? And then, so I'm going to chain 24 this way to this side, and then I'm going to attach an extra string here and make 24 this way as well. But I'm not gonna cut this yarn because when I finish this 24, I'm gonna turn and work underneath, okay? I kept that same yarn on the other side to start working underneath again. I'm going to make another single crochet row on the bottom here. And so I'm going to chain an extra stitch, and then I'm going to skip 1, 2, and I'm going to single crochet here. And then I'm going to single crochet in each one of them. So this is this row where I'm just going to single crochet in each stitch all the way until I reach the end of the other side here. Now here, if you are making a small, you can stop in this row and skip to the next row you're gonna make after. But if you are making a medium or a large, you can just follow me. So I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to work on the top now. So I'm just gonna make a stitch here to go to the other side of the work. And then I'm going to chain 2 to begin working on the other side of these chains here. So I'm going to work on the back loop. And I'm going to make again 1 double crochet to each little chain here, until I reach this first corner here. And then I'll come back with you when I'm here. Now when I get here just before the first part of the top, I'm going to double crochet 3 together to make the corner. So 1, 2, and 3. Just so it looks like this. And then I'm going to just double crochet in each stitch all the way until I reach the middle again. And then in the middle here, instead of making 3 double crochets together, I'm making only 2 double crochets together here, okay? And I'm gonna show you as soon as I finish, but that's just it. And I'm going to repeat the 3 double crochets together in the other corner as well, making 1, 2, 3 together here. Now the next row, if you were making a small, you're gonna start working on the back of the chains here. And if you are making a large or extra large, make 1 more row of this color here, okay, at this point now. repeat this row all the way until you reach the other side here. And here we're just gonna keep making the same row, okay? Just skip one stitch and skip the next stitch after in the middle here. Now here, just to show you from close, I did skip 1 and 2 here just to make sure this one was in the middle, so you can do that too. It doesn't change the pattern. So now we're going to start here on the other side again in that third chain from the beginning. And again, when you reach this corner here, make these 3 together, 1, 2, 3. So in this row here in the middle, we're gonna just keep making the same amount of rows we had underneath it. The same amount of stitches we have under. Okay, so just make exactly the same number of stitches you had underneath. Now here I place some markers to add stripes if you want. That will go to the top, and that's only if you want. So do that before you finish the last row, which is not gonna be now, okay? So now after we finish this row here underneath, I'm going to be making, and this is the other color I made. It's a beautiful color, isn't it? So I'm going to be making this part here, which is going to be really straight and only double crochets, okay? I made in this one 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 rows, but you can really make as long as you want, okay? This is gonna just cover my belly because of this that I added on the bottom. So I made 11 rows for a size medium, and this is what I'm going to be showing you now. It's a very simple row. So chain 2 to turn the work, and here we're going to try and make the same number of stitches we had on this row here, not this one, okay? So that way we're gonna keep the same size. So here, because I should have 4, I'm going to make one more here, one extra double crochet, and then one in the next one. And then don't forget that there's this stitch here, and there's this stitch here. Okay, so this is just I'm gonna be making for 11 rows. You can sit and watch your favorite Netflix show. If you want to leave me here in the comments which Netflix show you're watching right now, I would love to know, because I'm always looking for new series to watch. Okay, so once you finish this, I'm gonna show you how to finish the back part of this top, and then how to make the little that little detail at the end. So after we finished all these rows here, I left the yarn because I'm gonna be working with the same yarn on the next row, but I'm going to add the other color here, and then just pull both strands here, and you have to be on the right side of the work, okay? And then we're gonna be making a full row here of single crochets around the entire piece. So I'm going to single crochet all the way to this side here, and then I'll come back with you to make the holes for the strings on the side. And then when you reach this corner, just make a second stitch right in this second chain, and then chain 4, skip 1, 2, 3 in this in the middle of these 2 rows here. Just make a single crochet, and then make 1 in the middle, 1 in between. We're going to be making 6 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and then make 6 again. So you're gonna have 4 whole spaces for the string on the back, and now just single crochet in each stitch on the top all the way to the other side here, where we're gonna make the same 4 holes for the string. Okay, so now I finish here, cut off the yarn, and with this same piece that we left here, we're going to start making the ruffles. So put the hook through, bring that yarn back here, make a loop to start working, and make 4 chains. That's gonna be a long stitch here. Okay, so I'm going to be making 1 in the next one, and that's the way I'm going to make a treble crochet here. So I'm gonna pull through once, twice, 3 times. Actually, I think that's a double treble. Anyway, I'm making double trebles here. And then the same here, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then every third stitch, so you count 1, 2, 3. In the 4th stitch, I'm making 2 of them, just to get that ruffle effect, making more stitches. So I'm going to count now 3, and then in the 4th one, I'm going to make 2 in the same stitch again. So in the second row, I just made the same thing I did on the first row. 1 stitch into every stitch, okay? And then 2 stitches on the last stitch here, just to finish. And I'm also always starting each row on the right side as well. So start with 4 chains again, and then make 1 stitch in this same first stitch, just to open the ruffles up a little bit more, just to make it more wide. And then here, what I'm going to do in this row is I'm going to increase every 9 stitches. So I'll be making 9 stitches here, and just increasing 1 stitch. So I made 9 stitches, and then now I'm going to make 2 stitches here. Okay, so this is all I'm doing in the next 3 rows. I'm going to always be making 2 stitches in this second stitch here, so right on top of it I'm going to make 2 in the next few rows, okay? Then I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna quickly finish with another single crochet row on top of this, and I'm gonna show you also how you can add the straps here if you want, okay? This design won't have straps, but if you need straps, like if you are double D or something like that, and you need more support, you will need straps here. So it's just really making a string coming out of here for these straps and positioning them on the right place here, okay? So I'll come back with you to just finish this and then also show you how it looks like on me. So guys, this is our top and that's how it looks like. As you can see, I finished here with another row of single crochets all around the entire piece. Just to make this a little thicker, these holes. And also to finish the straps. As you can see, the straps, I used 40 rows, okay? I can only make a knot on my back. And so consider like 50 rows if you want to make a lace on your back. And so this is it, guys. I'm gonna show you the red as well. So one I made with straps and the other one without the straps. And here it is. It fits perfectly on my body, and I'm gonna show you an image of me wearing it. I adore this one. And I might add straps later, okay? But it does stay on, so if you have a small bra, you can consider making this one. Now, if you have a bigger size bra, just add the straps. I think you're gonna feel more comfortable, okay? So, thank you for watching, guys, and I see you on my next tutorial. I hope you enjoyed making this beautiful pattern.